Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Limited Addiction Podcast. My name is Frankie.
My name's Daniel, and we're here to talk about all things nerdy. And for those of you who like listening to us once a week, you didn't last week.
Yeah.
We had a lot of stuff going on with our non-podcast lives, but we wanted to work on a project anyways that we talked about in an earlier cast, very non-descriptively. But basically on our website, franklydone.com, we now have a page entitled This Just In, which basically
Someone writes articles.
since we launched on the various Twitter at Twitter the Frankly Done, the Facebook.com/FranklyDone. We've been sending you links to other websites where to read news stories and stuff. We were talking about it and we figured why send you guys somewhere else. We can send you to ourselves.
Why outsource?
So it's going to be a little bit to get us in the practice of actually writing and stuff. But hopefully sooner than later we'll start writing our own articles. So you can just stop in, listen to the news, download your podcast, read the news, not listen to it.
Well, we're not at that stage.
I don't know, yeah. Maybe we'll have someone read them to you.
Yeah.
But bigger news than just us writing articles. Ben over at the website The Real, big fan of the show. We're big fans of his reviews. So he will be a featured item on This Just In, where he does movie reviews of all kinds of different movies. On our website, we're just going to feature the ones that tie in with our stuff. Currently, there is the Age of Ultron review up from him, Mad Max, and then Poltergeist as well.
I did not see Poltergeist.
I haven't seen it yet either.
I don't think I will. I'll wait for it to come out.
Yeah, go read his review. He has opinions on it. It sounds like most of everyone else is agreeing with those opinions. But yeah, so if you like movies as well as nerdy stuff, definitely a good thing there. But if you like movies that don't have to do with nerdy stuff, he's been doing it for, I believe, 5 years now. All the big movies that come out, he pretty much does a review on. They're all really good. He grades them. Good source if you're wondering, hey, should I buy this on DVD? Should I see it in theaters? Should I wait till Black Friday? That's my scale. Definitely head over there. Links are on our website and his articles. And yeah, so great addition to the Frankly Done family, and hopefully you'll like him as much as we do. But to the purpose you're here, Frankly, how was your week?
Well, back it up. We tried last week to have an episode.
We're not doing great this week.
No, we're not doing great. We'll start over. No, we won't. First off, Memorial Day weekend, some loser hits my work car while it's parked.
Ouch.
Yeah, and then doesn't leave a note. I find out about him on Tuesday. I'm like, oh, great. So I had to wait till I was done doing all my appointments and file a police report. That's one delay. I'm like, okay, we can do this. But I gotta wait for the cop. Then I'm doing the car shuffle, moving another car so I can get out of the driveway, and I locked my keys in there. 5 minutes after the cop was gone, and where I live, the cops refuse to unlock your car. Unless there's a baby inside. I mean, rightfully so.
Yeah, it's good on them. Yeah,
so
that was Tuesday.
Yeah, that's why we didn't have.
So we just pushed back to Wednesday. That's where I fall into place, where the company I worked for closed down a location this week, and it just went horribly wrong, and I ended up getting stuck in upper Cincinnati area for quite a longer than I meant to. So it just one thing after another led to us just, instead of halfway doing something and giving you guys, we know you guys love us, like listening to our voices, or else you wouldn't listen.
The dulcet tones of Frankie and Dan.
It's true. We're pretty much the new Morgan Freemans for your life, which you can
keep going, keep talking.
You can pay extra for that. It's a new feature we're gonna be having on the unnamed exclusive room of fans subscription fees is we'll narrate your life for a small fee a month. Just tell us what your daily activities will be like. You brush those teeth. Maybe,
You can do it.
Frankly will narrate. He grabbed the toothpaste
Morgan Freeman
as he pushed it out of the tube onto the brush.
It was the longest night of his life.
He knew it would be a great start.
That's what happens when you...
Man, that's what we need to do. You narrate, like, the second half of their day, and I'll narrate the first half, and we'll just, like, do it back and forth so they'll have their full day in an hour. And they won't know what's up.
I really wanted to watch that movie, Shawshank Redemption. There we go. That was like my goal for last week, but it didn't happen. A lot of things didn't happen last week.
Why was that your goal last week? I mean, nothing against the movie, but
because I've been moving. I'm finally into my new place, and I just figured I wasn't gonna have internet. I'm like, oh, it's time to watch one of my 1,000 Blu-rays. I'm like, oh, I want to actually watch Shawshank Redemption, not on TBS. I own it because I bought it for like $3 on Blu-ray. And I'm gonna watch the rated R version of this. And it didn't happen.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. I still can.
Speaking of fantastic voices, head over to the news.
What happened?
We're gonna try and do both weeks news in one. So some of this might be a little old for you. Bear with us, but it's not fair to those people who were their only source. But Matthew McConaughey,
all right,
good friend of mine, in my heart, apparently is rumored to be playing Norman Osborn in the new Spider-Man launch.
That's crazy that they would go straight up and get Norman Osborn. I like Matthew McConaughey. When I went skydiving, Matthew McConaughey was my tandem partner.
I forgot about that.
No, for real, this guy who used to be a Versace model looked just like Matthew McConaughey, and I was strapped to him. I'm just saying. No, I don't play that way, but if I did,
every person's fantasy.
Everyone gets a little excited when Matthew McConaughey walks in the room.
Yeah, apparently he's either read for both Marvel and DC before, or at least has been in the thought process of it. So I'm glad to see. Yeah, like you said, Norman Oswald's kind of a weird character, but what other character would he play in either universe,
Silver Surfer.
Yeah, it'd be worth it. Whoa, shit. Oh man, we're gonna have to mark this one explicit.
No, I think you could do one.
That's our one. We can't talk anymore. Sorry, guys.
Well, if you're a little kid and you're listening to this, it's time to realize there's some words out there. They're not so fun to hear, but they're fun to say.
Especially when you're talking like Matthew McConaughey. Mama.
Yeah, so I don't think they've narrowed down they don't have a guy locked yet for Spider-Man.
Yeah, it was down to the guy you liked.
Butterfield?
Butterfinger, yeah.
And, can't believe it's not Butterfield.
And the British guy Butterfield? I don't know. It's down to two kids that no one knows.
Butterfield I know because I watched the Ender's Game movie.
Yeah, I think he's he's in the lead, and then the other one's name is like Tim or Todd. The only thing coming to mind is Tom Hardy. And I know it's not him. He'd be a good Flash Thompson though. A little old, but it's nothing new for a 40-year-old to play an 18-year-old.
That's a little weird, but it happens.
90210.
I don't think anyone was 40 in that show.
I was.
So they're
a little known secret. No.
So Spider-Man camps are brewing. I think getting Matthew McConaughey would be a great idea.
Yeah, he would bring a lot of people in, and I'd love to hear his voice.
I am a little tired of them doing Norman Osborn related things, but you kind of have to with Spider-Man. So if you're gonna pick anyone, he kind of does look like a goblin. Now he's a good-looking man, but you think about him, he's kind of got goblin-like features in a good way.
Question is, will he drive a Lincoln? Because he was doing it before it was cool.
I was doing this before it was cool.
I was driving a Lincoln Pod before anyone paid me to drive one. This has been the Matthew McConaughey Hour. I'm Daniel. Now, moving on, more movies. Pretty much every movie that we've been talking about since we launched has gotten new pictures. Ant-Man got a whole bunch. Nothing really that we haven't seen, in my opinion. Civil War got a bunch. Suicide Squad got some,
Suicide
along with some
Squad.
video.
Suicide Squad's been going crazy.
Yeah,
There's a lot of leaked things. Like no one even. Hey, don't take a picture. No one does that.
yeah. They might as well just film the movie and release it on YouTube at this point.
But I was kind of thinking about it. It might be a purposeful tactic because I am a comic book reader, but I never read Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I mean, I've already stated that Will Smith was saving grace for me.
So like to build this buzz, like oh, Batman's gonna be in it. Hope you guys, Batman.
Yeah, that was the big thing from the pictures and video released is I think it's actually been confirmed that it's going to be Ben Affleck, but it's the Batman of the new DC universe at least is going to be in it.
That car scene was probably a stunt double, but that doesn't matter. I mean, we were kind of talking off air. You can put anyone in the Iron Man suit and then just film Robert Downey's scenes.
We pay him enough. He does the Iron Man part.
He shows up to do voiceovers for one day, and that's it.
It's not even the real funny.
Iron Man is just computer generated. You're watching a cartoon.
The whole movie was generated. None of those people are real. That's why you've never seen them anywhere else.
Two of the main characters are pretty much
robots.
Computers.
Thor and Captain America are played by the same person.
Bunch of Chris's.
Just look for the edits.
Just put a wig on Chris Evans.
It's true. Take one off on the other Chris Evans. If it came out that they're actually twins.
There's 3 Chris's in that Marvel universe. Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Probably another.
He's his own. He's got Raptors.
Yeah, that movie's coming out. We'll probably talk about that when it comes out. I think I'll see it if I have time.
Yeah.
I would love to watch all 3 movies and just do it, but I don't think I can. I don't own all 3 movies.
I might on Laserdisc. I know I've got at least the first one. It might be like a combo pack though.
I kept holding out to try and buy the Super Collector's Edition.
The T-Rex statue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I saw that thing in Best Buy when it came out. I mean, it's been years now. And I should have bought it that day. I was young. I had money to spend. No responsibilities. Passed it up. Biggest mistake of my life.
Probably get it. I don't know. I didn't look the
It's
last
about $100, $115.
I do want to see them. That's why I'm like, oh, I'll just buy the cheaper 3-pack. But who knows? I still remember the first one. We'll talk about my story about when I was a kid when we get to that episode. I keep building up this story. Like, it's going to be great. Like, that story was very mediocre.
Yeah. More movies. A lot of very rumored casting news. Emma Stone, apparently, I'm forgetting whether it was rumored or she was just like, I want to do this. So now people are going with it. But she has shown interest in playing Spider-Gwen in a movie.
You can't be Gwen Stacy, then Spider-Gwen.
You can, because that Gwen Stacy's dead.
She died. She did.
Figuratively and literally.
The Spider-Gwen, a universe where Gwen Stacy is the one who gets bit, and she's in a punk rock band called the Mary Janes. And Peter Parker is the one who dies. Spoilers.
Yep.
There you go. Ruined it.
Don't have to spend my money on that one.
That's like issue 1 or 2.
Yep. They're only on 4. So.
Yeah, so.
Same Spidey news. Tyler James Williams of Walking Dead fame.
Who's that?
He was Noah from The Walking Dead this past season. Played Everyone Hates Chris. Chris Rock. He apparently has been approached to play Miles Morales.
The dude has a limp though.
Well, yeah, but that's easy. He's seen one. He gets run over by a car, but he's got spider powers. So he's like, oh, it's okay.
I think that's just a rumor. I don't think they would.
I read the interview and it was like the person was talking to him and was like, hey, so I heard you're gonna be Miles Morales. He was like, well, I can't really say yes or no to that or talk about it legally, but Jaden Smith's gonna be Sack Shock. So
look at that guy.
He definitely dodged it.
I am all for progression and stuff. I just want them to. I love the character Miles Morales. I've been reading the Ultimate line, the Ultimate Spider-Man comic, not from the beginning, but I've read from issue 1. But I just want them to do a good Peter Parker in the actual Marvel universe.
Yeah. All this, it makes me wonder if like I mean, Spider Verse was a huge thing for them.
Oh, they're
To
not.
where like, I mean, maybe obviously not the first Spider-Man, but they do 3, 4 of them. They could do a Spider Verse, throw all these extras, but I mean, yeah, that's where if you're gonna be casting people for all these different Spider-Men, are you really gonna get someone as big as Emma Stone? And I mean, by this point, I mean this kid's pretty low now. I mean, Walking Dead's a huge show, but I'm sure they could get him for pretty cheap right now. But maybe that's their kick. They're gonna sign him right now, and they just can't talk about it for 12 years. By then they'll all be too old to play Spider-Man and women, unless they're Captain or Spider-Man Cosmic or whatever.
The Cosmics.
Yeah, the one that didn't give it back and he had a beard.
Oh, yeah. Good story.
I could play that one.
Yeah. I think it's just a rumor, but we'll see.
Yeah, and Jaden Smith is Static Shock, and I think that's still like rumors, but they're kind of like, yeah, we do it if we do a Static Shock movie kind of thing.
It's nepotism. His dad is in the Suicide Squad movie. Like, what about my son?
It's true. Yeah, did you see his prom outfit? Speaking of his
the
son.
white Batman outfit.
Well, no, that's what he wore to Kim and Kanye's wedding, I believe.
Yeah.
But then for prom, which wasn't even his prom, it's kind of a jerk move in my opinion. He had it was like a Superman suit, but it was all white and had a cape and everything.
I thought it was Batman again.
I mean, it probably was the same, Jane Smith, so it probably wasn't the same. But yeah, I mean, it was just like your typical, muscle superhero costume, like Sentry with the cape.
So, if this kid wasn't annoying, and kid, he's a teenager. If he wasn't annoying on the social medias, and he was just a regular dude who showed up in a Batman outfit, we would think he's awesome. Like, that dude's awesome at a prom.
So I don't have a problem with him wearing that to prom. He wore it to one of his friends' proms, which I guess he doesn't go to school, so
yeah,
it's his only opportunity. But that's his fault, not ours.
It's not his fault. He didn't choose who his parents were. He didn't choose
to
be.
He could have chose to go to school. Be like, Mom, Dad, I want to be a kid. Go to school.
He may go to school in Beverly Hills.
Not to their prom. No, I thought it was a little. I don't know. If I was the girl, I would have been offended. Taking pictures with all her friends, showing off his superhero suits.
But as far as him being Static Shock, I think the only movie I've fully seen is Pursuit of Happiness. He was a little kid, so he likes nerd stuff. And
yeah, he's a good actor. I saw him in After Earth.
You what?
After Earth.
You saying he is good in After Earth? The universally critically panned. I haven't seen it, so I can't
I thought it was a good movie.
What?
Yeah, it's like Earth's death, and then go to Earth, and it's like, oh, I'm in After Earth.
You actually saw this movie, or are you just pandering?
I own it. I mean, I haven't seen it since I bought it, but that's pretty common with me.
Gosh, I'll have to see it now. See it.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It was, father-son bonding in a post-apocalyptic savage land world.
What I've heard from critics and stuff, Will Smith and Jaden Smith, their performances weren't the downfall of the movies, the script and pacing, but just for you to be so adamant, good movie. You're the only person I've ever heard say
I also think Snakes on a Plane was a good movie. So
Snakes on a Plane is so bad it's good. That's what's
true. Last in the movie is Captain Marvel. Man, I just forgot her name. Angelina Jolie, rumored to direct it, and
Charlize Theron.
Yes, rumored to star in it, which they're apparently buddy now. So I think it's just like, hey, if we sign one, the other one will do it. If we sign the other one will do it, kind of thing. So I think that's why it's just kind of like a tag team duo. They're like, hey, we're 2 for 1 kind of situation. She was good in Mad Max.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie's. I mean, I don't think she's done anything wrong lately.
The only problem with human beings in these superhero movies is they age. Comics, they don't age. Now, Charlize Theron, very attractive woman. Not gonna take anything
40.
away from it, but she's 40 by the time Infinity War rolls around. 4 years from now, or 4 more years. I don't know. It would make sense for if Carol Danvers was a veteran pilot. She's been doing this for back end of her career, and then all of a sudden gets these cosmic powers. However, they're gonna do her origin for the
Yeah.
movies. I don't know. I hope I don't come across as like a bigot or anything. I'm just like, she's 40, and
You
even
are.
if you put a no, there's no way to say this. Even if you put a male or anything that's older.
I mean, yeah, there's a reason Hugh Jackman's only doing 2 more Wolverine movies.
Yeah, I like Hugh Jackman, but he was Wolverine 10 years ago, and that's why I still like him. If he was never Wolverine, like, oh, we want to make this 44, however old he is, we want to make him Wolverine. Ah, that'd be cool.
He's 65.
He's 65. He's a good-looking 65.
Makes sense.
No, but she was great in Mad Max. I'm not diminishing her acting or even her beauty. It's just I don't know how to phrase this where I don't sound terrible. There's no way
You're
out of
doing a
this
great
one.
job at it. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it comes true or not. Speaking of Wolverine, though, we talked earlier that Ryan Reynolds, is that what we call him?
That's
Yeah.
what you call him. You can say everyone's name.
Ryan Reynolds. Not good with names or faces, or
This is not your medium, then.
if they don't have an apostrophe in the middle of their name, I just can't say it. I don't know what it is. It's a Marvel space show for everyone who didn't get it, which we've talked about on this podcast before. Yeah, apparently he's making a big push for Wolverine to be in Deadpool. We talked that they wrapped shooting,
Yeah.
so it's possible. Yeah, they could have done like inside a studio or something where no one noticed, or if he was shooting something else, like, hey, you pop on over, throw some claws on you, be good.
They just Skyped him. They Skyped him.
I mean, really, wouldn't even really need Hugh to do it. I mean, it's a Deadpool movie. It's going to be ridiculous anyways.
Yeah.
So you could just have, like, a one-off joke where he's like, hey, Wolverine. And he's like, shut up, bub.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Give me beer. Colossus is going to be in it, though. I'm pretty excited for that, even though they're not using Mr. Daniel from the other X-Men movies. He's a pretty decent guy. I talked to him for a while at a Comic-Con 2 years ago. Yeah, so he left for whatever reason. None of my business. But new guy's an actual Russian, which is gonna be pretty funny. Looks kind of fat though. Kind of threw me off.
I haven't seen any footage of this. Oh, said Colossus. Yeah.
Oh,
Hit stuff. Why not? Well, you know what happened the last time they were in a movie together? We got Wolverine Origin. Even when I saw it, I didn't. Ryan Reynolds I thought was fine in the beginning of the movie as Deadpool. I'm like, oh, this is great.
yeah, I think that's like his saving grace why they gave him another chance at it.
Like everyone's like, he's perfect. And then what do? They take away the Merc with the mouth.
Work without the mouth.
That was dumb. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea.
Because they never read a comic in their life. They're like, oh, what's this guy? Deadpool? Sounds like he's be a pool of a bunch of dead people.
Yeah, let's just pool all these powers together.
And then he'll do stuff. I wonder if they'll address that at all.
I think they will. That it's so like meta and breaks the fourth wall. It's like, hey, I know you guys have seen that other movie. Forget about it. My name's Deadpool.
That would be cool, yeah, because like it was either the end credit scene or the actual last scene of the movie was when like that Deadpool opened its eyes,
Yeah.
It'd be funny like if they like do that scene, he opens his eyes, but then like this costumed Deadpool Merc with a mouth just like steps on his head. And somebody's like, hi guys.
Hey guys.
I'm Ryan Reynolds. AKA Deadpool. Yeah, that's
So it could happen. I think if it was X-Men First Class, where he just was in a bar. I called that. Not that I have any way to prove that.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, my friends like, you think Wolverine's gonna be in the movie? I'm like, no, he's not gonna be in the movie. But if he is, they'll probably like show up in a bar and he'll be there for a second. And you'll see him. And then that's exactly what happened. I had this vindicating moment. And no one had no way to prove it.
Nope.
It's my one
You
claim.
never will. No one ever believes you.
No one ever does. So what else you got on the agenda?
Well, Johnny Storm, that guy,
Michael
B. Jordan, the Michael B. Jordan
B. Jordan
of the Jordan fame. Yeah, no surprise if you paid any attention to the movie. People have been giving him crud since it came out that he was going to be Johnny Storm. We talked about him here a while ago. That I loved how they flipped it and made the parents black as well, and Sue's the adopted one, or whatever situation they're going to put it in. But I guess he was in an interview, and the person was just like, "Hey, how do you feel about people hating you because you're black?" Which not the greatest question in the world. I'm paraphrasing
I get that
it.
question every day.
Again, not the greatest question because you're not. But yeah, he was. I mean, he handled it really well in my opinion. But he was just like, I don't really care what they say. I think it's great that black kids should have more, role models. Who cares if they're originally black or not? It's not, yeah, we're based on the comics, but it's a different world. But then he was just like, yeah, they're gonna go see the movie anyway, so I don't really care.
I don't know if that's the case. Ask the Green Lantern movie. Ask the Electra movie. Ask. There's so many movies where just because you have this following behind of nerds doesn't mean it's going to cross over to the mainstream. I don't think he
True.
should take the snarky stance. I'm not that I'm all like again. I don't. I'm all for progress, but it was just kind of a weird move just to change that established character. But
Yeah, here's the congratulations on the Human Torch role, man. Appreciate it, man. What do you have to say to people who pursue? You're not white enough, but you're still playing Human Torch. They're gonna see it anyways. Was his response to that?
oh, okay, that's not. They're gonna see it.
Well, I was like, I guess he was walking on a carpet or something, and someone asked him that. TMZ. But yeah, the actual interview, he was more of like, yeah, I don't really care. We'll see it.
I don't care. The check's already cashed.
It's probably his real thought. It's like, yeah, every Fantastic Four movie before this is tanked. Doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, I'll probably get paid for the second one if it gets made or not.
They probably already did.
Yeah.
That's the sad part. Man, a lot of movie stuff. Well, movies and toys for this one. Lego spoiled the. Well, a lot of people think they spoiled the end of the Ant-Man movie. We'll see if it actually did or not when the movie comes out. But they released a set called The Final Battle or The Last Battle, and it featured Scott Lang as Ant-Man, Yellow Jacket as Yellow Jacket, because I don't know the guy's name, and Hank Pym as Ant-Man as well. So a lot of people are taking that as at the end of the movie they'll both have Ant-Man suits to defeat Yellow Jacket, which could play into like the Giant Man, Ant-Man kind of thing.
Ant-Man.
I think it was either a wish, was it a rumor or was it a wishful that Wasp would be in Civil War? Might have just been a wishful thing I read.
Wishful.
So it could start playing into a lot of that. I mean, you could have Hank Pym take on Yellow Jacket after the movie too. You never really know.
Hank Pym will probably do something heroic and sacrifice himself. Scott Lang.
I thought he was supposed to be in Civil War.
I don't know.
I think they're both supposed to be in Civil War.
Okay, then maybe not. I don't know what
Sorry.
trope they'll follow.
Yeah, and then
doesn't really ruin it though.
I mean, I don't care about spoilers.
I do to a point, but
like if I don't see a movie opening day, I'll look for the like 10 things you missed so that I don't miss them. Or like the Easter eggs and stuff. I think that's cool. I mean, there's definitely some things like if Mad Men, kind of off subject, but like if someone's like, "Hey, Don dies at the end," she doesn't, or he does. Spoilers. That would be someone to be like, "Well, thanks, you jerk,"
Yeah, you jerk.
But if someone's like, "Hey, Don gets Coca-Cola account," I'm like, "All right, cool, don't care." Or like, there's a throwback to episode 1 in this one. I'm like, "Oh, cool, now I'll catch it and not miss it." Thanks a lot, buddy. Yeah, so spoilers don't bother me at all. I mean, it could just be Lego putting out a Lego set too.
Yeah, they want to make money by selling toys. And
me too.
But yeah, that could happen. Ant-Man and Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. Just have an Ant-Man army.
Ant-Man 2. Ant-Man.
It's not a big enough spoiler for me to care.
Yeah. I mean, if it was like Last Battle and had like Scott Lang's head cut off and like bleeding, I'd be like, oh wow.
Wow. Took a dark turn.
Hard time explaining Civil War to me, but alright. Yeah. I don't care about spoilers at all. I mean,
I do, but I don't think this one matters enough.
Yeah. Like if you saw Poltergeist and told me the whole plot right now, I wouldn't care.
Haven't you seen the original Poltergeist?
Yeah, I've heard it's like a almost shoot for shoot.
Shot for shot.
Shoot for shot. It's in the past, so it's shoot for shoot.
Okay.
I don't know. Basketball. Final movie thing that I remember is, well, hardcore comic movie thing at least. Age of Ultron. Got to bring it back out of the closet. I don't know what other word to use.
Dust it off the shelf?
Dust it off the shelf.
There we go.
Yep,
Why do you automatically go to get it out of the closet?
Because every time I say the words, somebody came out, you're like, the closet? It's one of our catchphrases. Dust it off the shelf, pull it out of the chest, dig it up in the yard. There's a scene pretty early on. Tony Stark is down in the castle. And
you mean Age of Ultron? I thought you said Age of Apocalypse. You might. I don't remember. I was like ready.
Age of Apocalypse isn't a movie. Yeah. It's just Apocalypse.
I know.
There wasn't big news. They like.
I thought you were gonna give me
cast more people and stuff. Nothing worth talking about.
Yeah,
but
I thought you were gonna tell me something I didn't know.
No, I'm talking about Age of Ultron.
Okay. You might have said it. I don't know.
The Avengers movie that came out at the start of this podcast. But yeah, early on, Tony Stark and Scarlet Witch, he gets a little fear vision. It's like everyone's dead, he's in space. Captain America's like, you could have done something else. You know. A lot of people are theorizing that was actually a mid-movie credit scene.
That's a new term, mid-movie credit scene.
Like the end credit scene, but like mid-movie. I watched that clip specifically again. In the area that everyone's dying, it is very reminiscent of the areas we've seen Thanos in so far, and all the several end credit sequences he's been in, and even the parts in Guardians that he was in. So a lot of people are thinking that it's going to be like an alternate ending for one of the two Infinity Wars, or, you know, everyone's not actually dead in that scene, but just kind of defeated, you know. So that'd be interesting to see if it actually is true, or if it's just people, you know, grasping at straws because they want that second ending badly. Fair enough. Did you wait through the credits even though they said there wasn't going to be one?
I did, yeah.
I did. And, you know, I didn't care to wait. But man, this guy next to me. So, you know, credits roll, gets over, lights come on. Dude flipped out. Like, threw his popcorn. Was just like, you've got to be kidding me.
Oh, I waited a couple more minutes.
He was so, yeah. Which, I felt bad because it's like, it's not the movie theater's fault, man. Don't throw your popcorn. But I've got sympathy for people who work at crappy jobs because I work in retail. So
if you're mad, just tweet it.
Yeah.
Joss Whedon.
Yeah, Josh.
Oh wait, you can't.
Mr. Josh, I hate you.
I don't hate him.
Just kidding. Josh, Mr. Josh, and Mr. Cox. That'd be a good team for Daredevil. This is my segue to talk about Daredevil Batman.
Dare Batman.
Segue. Yeah. If you haven't seen it, Google. I was trying to think the best way to send you. Because there's no way for us to get on our website that I know of. There is. I shouldn't say that. There's no way I'm going to do it though. Let's put it that way.
Work. That's clicking buttons.
You Google the Daredevil Batman animated, and it should come up. I'm pretty sure that's what I searched for, but it's like an 8-bit thing. But it's like, it's got Daredevil, and he's like, I am the Watcher of the Night. I am. And this girl's like, Batman? Like, what? No, I'm Daredevil. You know, and then it's this whole thing about how he's like, I'm blind and I like the night, like daredevils. She's like, finish the sentence for me. blind as a Daredevil. And then Ghost Rider shows up, and she's like, "Whoa, now that guy should be called Daredevil." He's like, "What? No, that's Ghost Rider." It's like, "Hey guys, I used to be Daredevil, then I sold my soul to the devil. Now I'm Ghost Rider." Checks out. Yeah, so she's like, "No, he should be Daredevil. You should be Batman." Then DC's Batman shows up.
Is there any other Batman?
It's like, I don't know. Might be. There's Batmite.
That's also DC's.
Yeah, but there's Warner Brothers.
Warner Brother owns DC.
Yeah, but just so you know,
Okay.
there's multiple. It's Batman.
Oh, you mean like a guy that has a bat? He's a Batman.
People call my friend Batman for some reason. I never understood it.
I've never met this friend.
I think for some reason they called him B-Man, even though, well, his name's Rob, so maybe some people called him Bob, and that became B-Man. That's what people do, and that became Batman. I don't really know why, but just so they weren't confused with that one. But yeah, he lands. He's like, "You can't be Batman. I'm Batman. I'm rich. My parents are dead. I'm a thousand things forever." And the girl's like, "You know what your name should be? My new boyfriend." Yeah, it's pretty funny.
You just said the whole thing, though.
I did just say the whole thing. It was like, "Old Batman, what are you gonna do now?" But it's pretty funny. Go watch it.
Yeah.
You don't really need to. I'm a pretty good voice actor. That's my new career. Live action Johnny Quest movie.
I heard about that.
That is the last of my movie knowledge. I don't know anything.
Rodriguez, the director who did Spy Kids, Sin City.
Winning so far.
Yeah, so he's going to direct a live action Johnny Quest movie.
Johnny Quest, it's a little old for me, but
it is old for us. But do you remember in we had to been 10 or so, Cartoon Network brought it back. Johnny Quest and Haji, they were
on
teenagers. Yeah, on Toonami. They were slightly older. I had some toys, that's why I remember.
Yeah.
Because my dad liked it because he watched it when he was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I remember because Cartoon Network used to be good back in our day. Where during the day they would have marathons of all these really old shows.
Dude, Cartoon Network's still good though. Rick and Morty, regular show, Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like regular shows.
Regular show's my favorite.
Adventure Time I do like.
Okay, that's I don't.
Yeah, even Boomerang now, such a piece of junk. I said it. It's when we were kids, Boomerang came out. It was all these 60s, 80s shows, which I was like, "Oh my god, that's awesome!" Because I like those shows for some reason. I've got several of them. Thankfully,
the Hanna-Barbera stuff.
Yeah, they've released collector's editions over the years, so luckily I can still enjoy them. My kids will be able to, and they'll never know what real TV is.
What is a DVD
That's my
player?
Plan. Netflix and DVDs. They'll be like, "Oh man, I love Herculoids." All the things like, what the heck are you talking about? But my plan is, because then what's the chance of them being in the store and seeing a Herculoids toy? So they'll never be there and see
Transformers gonna be around.
Yeah, they will. They'll never be in there.
That's a Transformer.
And they'll see the Adventure Time toys and be like, "Oh my god, give me that!" Like I did when I was a kid, because they won't know what Adventure Time is. Yeah, they'll probably know what Adventure Time is. Mathematical. What's the point of this? Oh, Johnny Quest is a good show. Boomerang. Oh yeah, Boomerang. So when it came out, it was all these shows I wanted. My parents refused to get it because you have to buy 20 channels to get one. But then a couple years ago, I was on vacation with my girlfriend, now wife.
Wait, you're married?
You say that every time. Where we were on vacation at, Boomerang was one of the 6 channels you could watch. And I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be so awesome." It was around Christmas time, so it was all the Hanna-Barbera Christmas specials. But then it was they had a little bit of shows that were new when we were kids. Like the Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo, Ed, Edd and Eddy.
Dexter's Laboratory?
Yep. That was a good one too. But then it was 90% of it was shows that were on at that period where we still watched them, but if your friends asked, you didn't, like Ben 10 and stuff.
I didn't watch Ben 10, did you?
I watched the first round of it, but I think it's had 6 or 7 different terms. But the first round of Monsters I watched, it was a decent show. Jackie Chan Adventures was a good one too.
I remember Jackie Chan Adventures.
Because you're Asian.
Yeah, anything.
Your brother's more Asian than you.
with the same amount of Asian.
Disagree.
So, are you done with Grandpa Daniel's armchair talks about how good the olden days were?
I could go for days, but yeah,
Back in my day.
we got more to talk about.
My day.
Samsung Galaxy S6. It's probably the last episode we talked about it. The Iron Man edition. They actually released it.
I heard it's going for a
Pictures
pretty penny.
and stuff. Like we predicted, it's just gold and red. It's got Iron Man's face on the back of it.
You can get legit like skins or case for it for under $50 that you can even use for an iPhone 6.
Yeah, make it look the same. The cool part was it comes with a charger that looks like
Arc reactor.
The arc reactor, yeah, that was pretty cool. But apparently Frankie told me you can buy those anyways.
Yeah.
And it came with a cleared case because that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, this is cool, but everyone's gonna put a case on it. But yeah, so it comes with a clear case. Polka. Poltergeist. Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Welcome to the podcast. God, we're losing our mind. This is why we shouldn't take 2 weeks off. Yeah.
A lot of stuff happens.
Charging pad's cool if you're an Iron Man fan.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
if
cool.
If you like Galaxy phones, they're great phones, and you're up for an upgrade, and you like Iron Man, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I predict if it sells well, you're gonna see America and probably Spider-Man. If I had to guess, would be the other two they'd do.
I'd rock a Spider-Man phone or a Batman phone.
I wouldn't.
If I was up for an upgrade. See, I'm not even like, if they made a Spider-Man phone today, like, since I'm not up for an upgrade, I'm not going to get that. I'm going to spend extra money. Yeah. The stars have to align. Like, oh, I'm up for an upgrade. Jurassic Park. We'll get to that.
Man, Jurassic Park is such a good song.
John Williams, man. Dude's a saint.
That's not in the Catholicism.
Who said anything? You can be a saint and not a Catholic.
Just specifying, okay? Jeez. Alright, Stardust, wrestler. I don't watch wrestling anymore. I used to. Nothing wrong with it. I just fell out of it. I don't think you do, right?
Oh, no. I watched it when I was younger. I can appreciate it, but yeah.
I mean, I watched it like college age, you know.
You had like a blog.
Yeah, I did. Man.
We both
Memory lanes, jeez.
Yeah, we both know enough about wrestling, but this guy over there, he knows more.
Yeah, Stardust. I haven't watched since this character became Stardust. Cody Rhodes, his real name, but I guess him and the Arrow star Stephen Amell, have been having a Twitter battle for quite a while, which kind of seems like a weird thing that the two of them would be. But I guess Steven went to the wrestling show, and Stardust got in his face and was like, "Hey, fight me, bro." You know, and
only if I can use my arrows.
Hey, get out of here. You know, I'm just trying to watch the show. Just be mature about it. I'm sure it was all gimmicky and stuff.
It was all staged. Wrestling is staged.
Nope.
In case you didn't know.
But yeah.
Stephen Amell's making a name for himself. I mean, obviously he's had 3 seasons of the Arrow.
What's that?
The Arrow? We got to talk about the Flash. Oh, you don't watch the Flash, but the Flash finale happened.
Tell me about it.
Well, I'm gonna get off my Stephen Amell thing.
They started writing again.
Stephen Amell, Arrow. He's gonna be Casey Jones in the Teenage Mutant Turtle movie.
That's true. I read that.
Only thing I'm a little disappointed, they didn't give him greasy black hair.
And speaking of wrestlers, some wrestlers gonna play the pig guy and the boar guy.
Oh, Sheamus.
Yeah.
He's gonna Bebop and Rocksteady. One of the two. I don't know.
He's played on both.
No, it's
CGI.
Yeah. Everyone's. That's one thing I saw. They're all mad how they look pre being transformed into the warthog and rhino.
Yeah. That's
Yeah. They look so stupid. I'm like, are you kidding? They're just gonna be CG after a certain point of the whole movie.
Yeah. I'm glad they're using them though. It's gonna be funny.
But yeah, the Flash season finale. Oh my goodness, that was so good. You need to watch the Flash.
I'm going to as soon as Netflix buys the rights.
They'll be there. Oh man, I'm not afraid to admit it. I was crying at certain parts. It's so good. Yeah, there's a lot of emotional beats to it. Very similar emotional beats to the Flashpoint Paradox. I call it Flashpoint Paradox, but the Flashpoint comic by Jeff Johns. Really good. I won't go too deep into it because I think Daniel needs to watch it without it being spoiled, even though he likes spoilers.
We'll watch it. I'll spoil it for myself today.
You could just watch the last one. You won't get the gravitas of.
No, my plan's to do them all. Like I said, now that they're off the air, once I have an opportunity to watch them, I'm gonna do it.
Ah, man, there's something that happens. It has to do with time travel, and there's all these paradoxes.
He goes back in the past and he's his own father. What?
What? That'd be weird. That doesn't happen.
That's what.
But there's this one
Back to the
character
Future.
that's I can't even go into it. But there's this one
Ant-Man.
character that, because of time and a descendant, like, man, if he just shoots himself, things will be good. And you just kind of think that in your own head. They would never do that. But maybe they do. Maybe they don't. It just gets this. There's a lot. Man, why don't you watch that show? I wanted to talk about it.
Not great, Bob.
Fine. I'm just going to talk to it by myself in my own podcast.
All right.
Frankie's solo podcast in his head.
Man, reminds me of something to talk off mic about. Spoilers. Or teasers, not spoilers.
Teasers? But yeah,
Potential teasers, I guess.
I think people who watch The Flash are in agreement. That was a really good season finale.
Yeah.
Really make things awesome for season 2.
So far, I love it. Everything about it. You're really selling.
Time travel, superheroes. It's like Doctor Who meets.
It's true. I am super pumped for Rory to be back.
Oh, from London.
In
the future.
I was thinking Rory, and I was like, no, that's Gilmore Girls. And I was like, wait, no, it's Rory.
Oh, you said Roy. I can't think of the character's name.
Rory.
No, in the DC.
Time Lord Rory.
Time Lord Roy. We'll just go with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, both Arrow and Flash writing rooms turned on today, I believe. So they're back at it, working on that. Pretty much
time.
up, yeah. Just, like they need a vacation or something. Speaking of writing, Kirkman of Walking Dead fame has joined a writing team to write Transformer. They're calling them spin-offs, but it sounds more like a reboot, where they're just gonna like forget about the other movies and try again. Which I never saw the last one. I do believe I own it.
I didn't see the last one either with Mark Wahlberg.
It's a Transformer.
There's a Transformer. Hey guys, I don't think that's such a good idea. Optimus, Bumblebee.
Yeah, so I mean, Kirkman can write. Yeah, I mean, Walking Dead's kind of
can
split,
he?
but
Name one thing he's done that's good. See, you can't.
Yeah, I was trying to pull something other than The Walking Dead out.
No, Walking Dead's good. Invincible's good. Oh my goodness, Invincible.
Everything I can think of is Jason Aaron instead, and Rick
No,
Remender.
I was being facetious. Robert Kirkman is very good at writing. If he can save the Transformers, not that it needs saving. That movie makes a lot of. I mean, it makes a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, they could put it like someone playing with the toys out. People would go see it. Maybe not. The first batch of people would.
I only saw the first 2 in theaters. After that second one, I'm like, I'm done. I'll watch this at home, maybe. And I still haven't watched the.
I think I'm the same way. I don't think I saw the third one in theaters. I might not have even seen the second one. Which one's on the moon? Third one?
Oh, yeah, yes. Maybe.
Dark Side of the Moon, yeah.
No, maybe there's a second. See, that's how impactful
Transformers.
They are. That's a Transformer.
Well, Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead is coming in August. It's about as official as we're gonna get at this point. It seems like, which makes sense. They're gonna probably run that, and then that'll set us up for October.
Yeah, that's great timing. If they can do that, boom. And I think
what, August. If they did early August, it's what
6 episodes they're doing for Fear of the Walking Dead.
Makes sense. It's what they did for the first of Walking Dead. So probably, if I had to guess, mid-August. That puts you one a week, sets you up right for October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell you a lot of actors and actresses that have been put on it, but honestly, the names mean nothing to me.
Yeah, nothing.
So, which we've talked about, we're both bad.
We're bad. Not taking away that they're human beings that have stories
and they're probably good actors.
Yeah.
I know that a doctor has been casted as a confident and skilled doctor, so that'll be fun.
It's always good when the doctor's confident and skilled.
At least one of the two. I mean, I want like the unconfident but skilled. He's like, I don't know if I can do this. And it's like 4 hours later, you've done the first full body transfer. He's like, God.
But you don't want a guy that's just confident. Yeah, I can do brain surgery. Beep. I thought I could.
2
Oh well.
minutes later.
Let's get some fish tacos.
Nah, I wouldn't mind that, doctor.
I tried.
I've only got a little bit left. Hot Wheels has shown their Comic-Con exclusive. It's Secret Wars themed. The Spear Iron Man, a Sam Wilson Captain America, and a Miles Morales car. They look cool. I mean, if you like Hot Wheels,
I used to when
definitely.
I was a kid.
The packaging is really cool. It's set up like reminds me of like an encyclopedia set, but there's only 3 books.
You say it's a San Diego exclusive?
Yes.
Means I won't get it.
Unless you pay a lot of money.
Sold out.
Yeah.
They do Hasbro. Wait, no, Mattel is
Hot Wheels.
Hot
yeah.
Wheels.
Hasbro is the good ones that put it up. Like
Yeah, they
that
put it on
day.
their shop. Not that day. They do it like a week or 2 after. You have to like wait. I missed out the Marvel Legends last year, the Inhumans set.
Yeah. I missed out on the Thanos hand, but it's probably a good call in retrospect.
You still can get the Thanos hand, but my problem with
yeah.
the Thanos hand is I would just want the hand. And like, oh, I'm spending $50 to $75 on this.
My problem with it is, other than I believe there's a Gamora in it,
There's death.
and Death, yeah. The rest of them, I mean, I don't really care about.
Yeah. But I do want it so I can put it on a shelf.
I'm sure you can just buy a Thanos hand.
You can't. I've looked.
Infinity
Maybe.
Gauntlet.
Maybe enough time's come.
Well, at least by Secret Wars, I'm sure they'll have like ones. Put a beer in it.
They have banks.
Or a Coke.
Or Coke.
Bank?
Like a coin bank.
There's banks?
There's, yeah.
What is this bank?
What is this currency?
Yeah, the coin banks are cool. That might, if I have a kid and he wants to get in collecting stuff, maybe I'll have him buy those.
I've got a Batman piggy bank.
Banks are pretty cool.
That's a piggy. It's a Batman and it's a piggy.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
Last but not least from my end, Pixar. The Good Dinosaur. Finally got a trailer for it.
I'm gonna go home and see that. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I love Pixar movies.
Basic premise of it is that big meteor that destroyed all the dinosaurs.
Didn't happen.
Missed Earth. Yeah.
The Earth's only 5,000 years old.
The trailer doesn't really give you much more beyond that. I mean, it kind of hints that people and dinosaurs will be together, which I'd love to hear what Bill Nye has to say about this movie. But no, I'm sure he understands it's a kids movie. Yeah, it'd be like having problems with We're Back. Or We're Back or They're Back?
I don't remember, but
I believe
do know
it's
what
We're
you're
Back.
talking about.
Yeah, great movie. If you don't know what I'm talking about, find out.
Find out.
Stupid idiots.
Do the work. We can't feed you everything.
Find out and email us at franklydonnetwork@gmail.com. Tell us what you think about it.
The good mail.
And if you're mad that I called you a stupid idiot, tell me.
Yeah.
Because I won't know unless you tell me.
Yeah, how are we supposed to learn?
We'll just keep referring to you guys as the Stupid Idiot Club.
Wow, what if we did call our fans stupid idiots? That's
We
terrible.
wouldn't have any fans.
Oh, you mean the stupid idiots that support
We'd
us?
be in the same position we are now. That's all for news. Over to Frankie for the weather.
No. It's been a
That's
whirlwind.
going to show up on the mic.
Oh, yeah. So I normally have subscription boxes that I open whenever they come, and I've gotten like 3 since our last. No, 4. We got 4. Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. But I did not open them on air
Nope.
because I was moving. I opened them, look at it, close the box, like that's cool. That's literally what it's been like. Like, oh, super sweet, close. But no, there's been some. Okay, we'll start with Loot Crate. The theme this month was Unite. Items in my head. We have got the Avengers Ice Cube tray. We're gonna use that. Make some cool Avengers type drinks. Bunch of pins like usual. Rick and Morty puzzle set. When I have time, I'm gonna make some Avengers shoelaces that I might put in my Converse. Kind of cool. There was a Mad magazine with some stuff, and the greatest part of that was the T-shirt. It is Green Ranger / White Ranger, like literally split down the middle, one face. That's my favorite T-shirt of any box so far. And that was Loot Crate. As far as the Nerd Block's theme was anime. That's Dan's holding the picture of the arcade block. But the anime one, I'm not I hope I pretty faced anime because it's May. Get it? I'm not the biggest anime fan. I'm not knocking it. Yeah, hey, that's the exact ones I got. So there was in the anime box from Nerd Block there was Attack on Titan bag, some kind of manga. I feel bad I don't know its name. We've got got it.
Evangelion. Evangelion.
First piece of manga that I've ever received.
I just like manga.
It's weird reading it backwards, but I'm gonna try it when I have some time. The Gundam T-shirt. The standout item for me, number one item, was a Funko Pop. I got Frieza. I think some people got Cell or Piccolo. It goes along with my Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, so I was stoked.
It's a Cowboy Bebop something.
Oh yeah, the Cowboy Bebop was a bandana. Yeah, that's right. Because it has a corgi named Ein on it. That's why I like it.
That's awesome.
Okay, and then same company, Arcade Block. Maybe next week I'll have a new block. I'm trying out this other one.
What? I went to the wrong one. I thought you were gonna do.
So, what you thought I was gonna do?
I thought you were doing Horror Block next, but
I should have done Horror Block because that was my least favorite. Not because it sucked. It's just.
No, all right, here's Arcade.
Arcade Block had kind of the T-shirt looked like a versus of characters. I don't think it was specific to any video game, but kind of looked like a Street Fighter. And it had a foxhound, kind of a really cool military cap. Looks cool on me. Gonna wear it. From Metal Gear Solid hat. Had a blue shell on board, kind of window decal.
Yeah, I just figured out what that was.
Yeah,
from Mario Kart.
Yeah, from Mario Kart. And what else did it have? It had a really cool Stick of Death. Oh gosh, the South Park game, Stick of Truth, I believe. Little figure of Cartman that I wanted.
Yeah, it looks like you could got.
I got
a couple different characters.
Of all the characters I could have got, I got Cartman. So I'm like, yes. And
it's a little heart jar thingy.
The Apocryphy jar. I'm probably saying that wrong. Yeah, it's from Zelda. My girlfriend already took it. She's like, it's mine.
Rude.
Yeah, she takes a lot of the shirts too
here.
And wears them. And then the Horror Block, I was disappointed with the most.
The thing that made me is is that a Human Centipede DVD?
No, it's the DVD. I haven't watched yet. It's just kind of short films that won awards. So just like fan made kind of things. You got the magazine always comes with I don't remember its name, something Rube Morg or something.
Something Morg, yeah.
Came with a Silent Hill shirt, which my last name is Hill, so it works for me. It just reminds me to be silent. What else did it have in there?
You got weird stats and morbid facts.
Oh yeah,
sounds like a game you'd play.
Yo, no, this book's cool. I'm gonna put it in my bathroom as because it's kind of one of those books. Just learn lots of facts.
You got the Funko Pop.
The Funko Pop. This is why I was disappointed. Funko Pops are awesome. It has no reflection on the company. I just don't watch the show Hannibal. I love the movies Silence of the Lambs and Red Dragon. Not Red Dragon. Maneater. Maneater is much better than Red Dragon and Hannibal. But it was random. I just got not Hannibal Lecter, just random dude. Who he may be awesome in the show.
Will Graham.
Will Graham, is that his name?
That's what this one is, at least. This person's.
Will Graham, isn't that? He puts him away. Oh, okay. Maybe this show's cool. You just said a name that made me want to watch the show.
That's what I do here on the Limited Addiction podcast. I forgot which one we were doing.
What are we doing? So yeah, that was the.
You got that. If you don't want that Creature of the Black Lagoon, whatever that is, I'll take it.
What is it? Show me.
I don't know. This person's calling it a poster, but
what? I don't know if I got that in mind. I had to
ripped off if you didn't.
I had to.
For all our fans that want to send us fan stuff to an address you don't know, I like Creature of the Black Lagoon.
See, I feel so bad. Literally, I just opened and like, oh, this is cool. Closed it. So there's actually some cooler things. Now, Horror Block's not so bad.
I do.
So I have one more box coming for May. It's a brand new one from that same company called the Comic Book Box.
Is it the cyber one?
No, this
So I
is
keep asking.
no. That's Loot Crate's next month. The Cyber one. You will see that. I will bring it, even if I can't wait to open it. I will bring it here and you'll see it. No, the comic book box I've already paid for, so it's coming. They said it's shipped. I thought it would be here by today, but it wasn't. It's just it costs less money, so there won't be as many cool things. 3 comic books in it, a T-shirt, and some collectible item.
That's pretty cool.
I was thinking about it too, though. Like, what if it's comic books I already get though?
Yeah, that was with the Marvel box. I mean, like Guardians Team Up I've had for months before it even came out.
Yeah,
But
we'll
that
see.
would be a box I'd consider. I don't really like wearing T-shirts that have stuff on them. I think I've talked about before. But
As you're wearing a graphic tee right now.
I know it's fully covered in your face. It was a surprise. I thought you'd like it. Made things awkward.
But I'm a fan of the subscription boxes, and this month of June, the Marvel Collector Core, which I pay for the whole year. So no matter how broke I am, I will always get a box. Because yeah, if I run out of money, I hate to break to people, I'm not going to be getting these boxes. This is a luxury. But the Marvel Collector Core paid for the whole year. But this month's theme is Ant-Man. Go figure, because the Ant-Man movie's coming out. Then that one's every other month, and it's a $50 box.
Yeah.
So last one was pretty awesome.
It was. I mean, it made me consider getting it, but there's not enough stuff in the subscription box that I actually want. I need to find someone that wants to split one, but then like I get first picks.
That will never work.
Be like if a box is $30, like I'll pay 20, you pay 10.
You could do it since you don't like T-shirts. You could go like the Nerd Block. When I say Nerd Block, that also includes Horror Block, Arcade, and a comic box. That they always have a T-shirt. Now Loot Crate does not. Loot Crate sometimes Loot Crate's a slightly cheaper box, so you kind of will either get a T-shirt or a more collectible thing. So if you have one of the like I said, tongue twister, Nerd Block, Arcade Block. If you split with someone and say, "Hey, I don't want the T-shirt. You can always have the T-shirt." That would be
It's
something.
true. Someone paid. Hey, fans.
Hey, fans.
If you like T-shirts but don't like spending a lot of money, let me know. No, yeah, boxes, cool. Hopefully, with his next one, if he waits for us, we're working on a little video system for our YouTube's channel. And I just had the and S's at the end of everything. Get used to it.
Because we're old.
Enough said. And I'm from Kentucky. You live here now.
I live here now. I'm not from here.
Yeah, so hopefully in the next box we'll have a video of it somehow.
Somehow.
We'll figure it out.
We have phones.
People like stuff like that. If you like stuff, let us know. We like stuff too. Alright. So we just hit the hour mark. Well, a little past it by that point. People are like, hey, you said you were at the hour mark.
Yeah. Depends how we edit this, okay?
True. Like I said, I usually don't edit much out. Unless we just Maybe I'll go back and
That's what happens when we skip a week. We got a lot to talk about.
Whew. Alright, 2 weeks of spying stuff.
Of spying stuff?
Yeah, that's what I said. Of buying stuff.
Oh, comic wise, not a lot's been coming out.
What?
Not for me.
Maybe I'm just being too greedy with this one.
Because
Secret Wars got me. I hate to admit it. I'm gonna have to cut back this week. But
Secret Wars. Now the DC stuff I've been getting, but I'm just gonna wait to read Convergence all at once.
Yeah.
Or maybe even start reading DC once it's a DCU thing picking up after the event. I don't know. So that's my disclaimer that there has been DC stuff going on. I will talk about it when I get caught up on stuff.
Me too.
But so that just leaves Marvel, since both companies are doing the crossovers. There's not a whole lot coming out for either camp unless you're a sucker and buy all the tie-ins.
Yep. I didn't get all of them, but man, they got me on some.
I got quite a few, but not the ones I read. I got the reach the ultimate one.
Ultimate End.
Ultimate End. I dropped keys. Have fun with that. Ultimate End. That one was interesting. Everything ties in because everything's broken in Battle World into regions, and the regions aren't really supposed to mingle with each other. But the Ultimate ones, Ultimate Tony Stark did something to bring regular Marvel Universe into theirs. And like, oh no, what are we gonna do? Doctor Doom's gonna be mad. Kind of letdown issue. Had some really great dialogue because you're reuniting the team of Mark Begley and Brian Michael Bendis, who did an amazing run of Ultimate Spider-Man. So that's great to see those two working together. But it's more of a setup issue for probably something cooler to come. Battle World, we both read.
It's true. I love the first half.
That first half was so good. That story with. Well, I like the second half too, just because I love MODOK.
Yeah, I'm a Mojo guy. Yeah, the first story, you have a Punisher who just like, basically, in this battle world that they've created, you're not supposed to cross your borders and stuff. And so this Punisher guy just like that's all he does is cross borders. He's like the man without a border. But he's also like linked with like a spirit of Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange seems like he was about to die, and he lashed his soul onto Frank Castle. So you have a really cool looking Punisher with a cape.
Doctor Strange powers, yeah.
Yeah, and instead of guns, he uses mystical things, and like mystical guns will show up. Really cool. That one image where he's got the two mystical guns and he's shooting the kind of demented. They're not Fantastic Four, but I think there were four of them. There was Wolverine, Hulk, Spider-Man,
Ghost Rider.
I always forget the Frightly Four. I think that's what in the comics. I'm completely.
They are the Infernal Four, referring to the infernal damnation of man. Edit.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, we're not like
Inferno.
All the time. We're not computers or encyclopedias.
I am a computer.
But anyways, it was really cool. They track him down for going to different regions. Like, hey, you got to come with us. It's like, what's the point? You're just gonna throw me over that shield thing, like we talked about last issue. It's like, if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go on my terms. Super sweet.
Wolverine and Spider-Man look amazing.
Yeah.
Hulk doesn't really look that different either as Ghost Rider. I mean, it's hard to make Ghost Rider more demented.
Skull with Flames? You can make it. They did in the 90s. Everything was extreme in the 90s.
Extreme.
There's
with an X.
There's a picture of Ghost Rider, super buff and ripped, with like 1,000,000 guns from the 90s.
Yep. But yeah, it's a good little story. It's got some nice kickers.
And it kind of ends with a twist. You think that Frank Castle kind of goes out on his own terms. And Frank Castle does, but a certain spirit does not. I just ruined it if you were going to read it.
It's true. I just noticed there's like a Storm Thor.
Yeah, it makes sense for Storm to be a Thor. But yeah, I'm loving the Thor police. I don't know why. It makes me so happy to think about it. You hate it.
I mean, it's... Yeah, honestly, I don't really have a reason why I hate it. It just bugs me for some reason. I love Beta Ray Bill. I love Throg. The Destroyer Thor throws me.
It does. The back half was the MODOK story. MODOK, mad that Doom's in charge. Like, I need to overthrow him, but I need an army. Who better than a bunch of me's? And he finds a way to transport all different MODOKs.
Yeah, from all the different borders.
Yeah, there's a Spider MODOK and a baby girl MODOK that just wants to spend time with her dad.
She was the best.
She was the
best.
Down. Yeah, they just end up killing each other. The Thor police show up at the end of that one too. Or maybe they didn't in the last one. Whatever, they were there.
Yeah, they did. So they're all dead, and they're just like, MODOK, come out. And they're like, oh, never mind.
So, yeah, I take it the Battle Worlds are just going to be kind of smaller stories to kind of tell in between stories of what's been going on in Battle World.
Yeah, Battle World convinced me to read it.
What you clearly read more than me. My last one is
so much more.
Another one we both read. Just in general, what are your thoughts on the Secret War thing? We were kind of talking. One thing's weird about it.
Yeah, we were talking about how like it's just kind of weird that everyone's just like okay with the situation, which we don't know how long this. Because I mean, go back in there.
Yeah, that's what she said.
We're going at it as like this is brand new for us. So it seems weird, but yeah, we don't know if like Battle World's been established for years. You know, you'd think it would have to, or they're just one day people just woke up and that's how it was. You know, So yeah, it's weird this whole like borders and everyone's fine with Doom being in charge and like not
Yeah.
crossing the borders, you
In
know.
some instances, it seems like they acknowledge that the world was different at one point, and this is not how it's always been. But they acknowledge the other worlds. But and then some instances, it seems like from day one of them being alive, that's how the world's been.
Yeah, which is kind of weird for me because it's like, I mean, you have these same characters that are in multiple borders.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I saw another Dan, I'd be like, oh, you're the 1872 Dan? That makes sense why you're wearing a cowboy hat. This isn't weird at all.
No.
You know, so I don't know. Yeah, it would be interesting to see like them interact. I mean, I guess we got a lot of that with Spider Verse, like Spider-Man who are the same person
Yeah.
interacting with each other, but just be like, whoa. Well, yeah, even in the X-Men with the old X-Men coming to the present. You know, that's my favorite panel when young Iceman and old Iceman
make out with each other
face to face, and then it's like one panel they're just standing, the next panel they're screaming. That's like my favorite two panels in comic history. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
It's just too early for us to pass judgment.
They're doing some crazy stuff. I mean, yeah, I think the more we read of the main book, it's going to make more sense. But
there's sometimes in crossovers some continuity issues that I hope isn't the case with this. Everything's just going to work. It's hard when you're a publisher. You have all these different writers and artists. You got to tell one big coherent story. Sometimes there are kind of plot holes that happen. And I'm just hoping there isn't.
And sometimes, like on a fellow podcast called The Danger Room a couple episodes ago for them, they did an interview with the team working on X-Men 92. And those guys that are working on were just kind of talking about like, yeah, I mean, there were some like ground rules. I think they said 3 specifically that like Marvel's like, you can't do this, this, and this. But beyond that, they were pretty much allowed to do whatever they want as long as like it made sense. And they were like, there are a few things they said no to us, but it was just because like another book was already doing it, you know? Because the guys that host the Danger Room were even like, oh, so could you have like killed all the X-Men issue 1? We're like, if we wanted to, yeah, we could have.
Why would we?
They would have been fine with it. Yeah, so it seems like they're doing this a little bit of like, these are stories we've always wanted to tell, but we didn't really have anywhere to fit them. So like, I'm sure people like Bendez that have like,
he's got multiple books going.
Like, you know, the ones that have done their tenured and stuff, they're just like, hey, I really want to tell this story. It doesn't fit in. Can I tell it now? And they're like, yeah, go for it. So yeah, it's gonna make more sense as we go on. But and I mean, I've bought a lot more than I've read so far.
I just noticed there's one book I didn't read. I didn't read the Spider-Verse one. Oh, that was in there.
Yeah, I didn't read that one either.
Yeah,
I read Nova, which is not a Secret Wars book. I thought it was going to be the last issue before it kicked over to Secret Wars, and it does say the end for now, but usually they end with Secret Wars stamps. So it'll be interesting to see if there's another Nova issue. Maybe Nova's just going to ignore the whole Secret Wars thing, or maybe he's one that survives afterwards, which we'll find out in July apparently. It's going to be the post Secret Wars preview coming out in July at your local comics shop. Books I haven't read, Secret War Journal. I wasn't quite sure what this was going to be about, but I took a gamble that on the cover that was going to be a form of Kitty Pryde, and from flipping through it, I'm pretty sure it is. So it'll be interesting to see if Journal. I thought Journal was going to be kind of what Battle World is, like small stories that just kind of mix in. But it'll be interesting if it like just ties in some other stuff.
Not even gonna mention that.
But yeah, I bought a book by mistake. I haven't read it yet, so maybe it will be a good mistake.
But the best of us.
Infinity Gauntlet. It looks like the whole Nova family on the cover, so I haven't had a chance to read that one yet. That'll be interesting. Secret War previews. I did read. Gave you a little insight with a couple of different of the upcoming stories. It was good. There's a Star-Lord Kitty Pryde. Is one of the books part of Secret War. Made me kind of disappointed for it.
Really?
I thought it was going to be like Earth 616, Star-Lord and Kitty Pryde, you know, but it seems like it's going to be something completely different. The Star-Lord might be 616 Star-Lord, but Kitty Pryde is definitely a different one because she's in a different book at the end. It's a nice little surprise. I won't tell you which book. but you'll probably be able to figure out when I talk about that book. And I picked up Masters of Kung Fu because the Morlocks make an appearance. So is Typhoid Mary, which Typhoid Mary is one of my favorite villains.
You like so many random characters.
I know. Typhoid Mary is just, it's the name. It's such a great, name for a villain.
Yeah.
But I did read A-Force.
How was that?
Wow. The surprise I was talking about is on the cover, I just realized. So, spoiler there. But, yeah, it's cool. It's, premise is it's one of the borderlands, called Arcadia, I believe. But it's an all-female Avengers team. Essentially led by She-Hulk. But, they fight a shark, which is pretty cool. It's like one of those megalodon things. And the Captain America female version. I forget her name. Sorry, guys. On the computer. She punches the shark and it goes and destroys the shield. So there's a sad part where she has to go work on the shield now. But they work out to where she actually patrols the shield, I think, instead of dying. But then at the end, this one person's crying because they're sad that she got taken away. And 616 Kitty Pryde crash lands, which was a surprise I didn't want to say before, but she's on the cover. So
all these are not 616 people, they're just random.
It seems like everyone except for Kitty Pryde is just there, that's the world they live in. So you've got people from all over. I mean, there's several female versions of male characters, like Loki. There's one but I believe in the last Loki book, he becomes a woman.
He was a woman during Siege. I mean, before Siege.
Yeah, I think he goes back. I believe I heard another podcast say that. I don't read the Loki book.
Oh, just like the Bruce Jenner.
Yep, Caitlyn.
Oh, yeah.
Uncanny X-Men wasn't a Secret Wars book. It was a good storyline.
No, it wasn't.
You had your twists and turns through the whole thing. It was pretty funny. The cover is very misleading. It's got Mystique and Emma Frost on it.
I think that's just the theme with comics nowadays. Just
X-Men books, at least. Man, I mean, they didn't give away who it was in the actual book, so I guess that's good. But yeah, you get some little closure for the Xavier school that Cyclops is running. And then it doesn't lead into Secret Wars. There's going to be Uncanny X-Men 600, but that doesn't come out until after Secret Wars. Which I don't know if it might have happened the week we were off, but it's going to have some panels of young Iceman confronting older present Iceman about being gay. So that'll be interesting to read. I've seen panels without the text, so it's hard to say what the expression is,
It's like, dude, you're not gay.
And then Kitty Pryde. I'm still going with it's the Black Vortex, but
they're gonna, if it's 600, there's gonna be a breakdown moment where Bobby Drake cries like, I know I've been gay my whole life.
Well, I think the breakdown moment is Kitty Pryde and Colossus are gonna be reunited since their Phoenix State fiasco, which she's engaged to Star-Lord. So
engaged? Gosh.
Maybe he dies. Who knows?
You gotta save the one for last.
Yeah. Red Inferno, love it. I mean, I love the Inferno storyline. So this is like a world where the X-Men lost, so the demons took over. It was a good read. It's gonna get better. Where Monsters Dwell, I haven't had a chance to finish. So far, I love it. I love the cover. I want this as a poster.
What? Show it. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's a pretty cool storyline. Worth picking up. Not superhero or anything like that. So if you're like, superheroes,
superheroes.
I like dinosaurs and airplanes. It's the book for you. Beyond that,
creme de la creme, the final book.
Well, I got God Loves Man Kills.
Oh,
picked up Carcass on the Dice game. We haven't really talked about board games too much.
No,
it's a fun little game. You should pick it up.
You talked about the X-Men one once.
True, but yeah, Creme de la Creme. A book that's been 6 years in the making.
I don't know how long it's been. I can look at the back. I got the trade.
Forever in the making. Running out the final hour.
Not 2010.
Drum roll. Old Man Logan.
Old Man Logan. Now, Old Man Logan, the original by Mark Millar and Steve McNiven, is what single-handedly brought me back into comics. I don't know if I mentioned it before.
Finally took me out.
Took me out. I worked at this online retail store. Um, and I worked in the warehouse for many years, and I would sort this particular book called Old Man Logan. Those are funny books that I read when I was a kid and teenager. I don't want to do this. I'm a man now. That's not even how it went. But anyways, I flipped through. I'm like, this is awesome. Comics are like this now. No, I'd read some things
They
like The
are.
Watchmen. Just like I understood that graphic novels and comics could be smart, but I just figured the mainstream Marvel universe was still for kids. This is, mind you, this is before movies started happening. Everyone loves the comics, but I read this particular book and it got me in. So I've been waiting for them to do a sequel. Not that I needed it, but I'm welcoming it. And I love Brian Michael Bendis, so if anyone's gonna carry the torch, let this guy do it.
Yeah. And tell you what, a spoiler alert.
You're gonna spoil this book.
There's a dinosaur.
Oh.
Old Man Logan doesn't give a damn about your borders.
No, he doesn't. That's how it ends. But yeah, we see after the events of the original Old Man Logan, kind of the reluctant hero of Logan decides to become a hero again
And steals a baby.
and steals a bit. He didn't steal it. He killed the father or the grandfather, whatever. He killed all the other Hulks. So it's not that he stole it. He did something worse. Killed all its relatives.
He genocided.
He genocided it. But yeah, he just sees him with a baby on his back riding off to the sunset. I want to read those stories. And we get to now. Yeah, but you kind of see him
Stopping.
stopping.
Yeah, there was a really cool. I was gonna say Daredevil group, but it's not Daredevil. Like anyone who's read comics is thinking. But yeah, it's this group led by the Gladiator.
Yeah.
Not the X-Men Shi'ar Empire Gladiator though. When they kept calling him Gladiator, I was like, oh, please, please, please. But it wasn't. Just some guy called Gladiator. But no, there's all like the Gladiators. He wears like an Iron Man mask.
Mm-hmm.
All his goons are dressed like Daredevil. And there's that really cool part where he's like the final one. He's getting ready to kill. Like, you even know who wore this costume.
Yeah.
Like that, I was like, oh man, that's so cool.
Yeah, and he's like, no man, it's just a look.
It's just cool.
Another cool line happens like a few panels later where the little boy shoots him in the face and it just bounces off and the little boy's like, you killed my dad. That was my dad. And like, oh no. He's like, listen, kid, I know you don't understand it now, but I did you a favor. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah, 'cause these guys were human traffickers.
Human traffickers. Yeah, put this in context. They were selling.
A lot of people who look like Tempest.
Yeah, that's my one drawback of this book. Like I say, I'm not the biggest fan of the art, but doesn't take it away. But yeah, the kid's like, I'm gonna kill you. He's like, no, kid, you don't understand. I'm doing you a favor. And he's like, I don't care. When I grow up, I'm gonna kill you. And he's like,
Do it.
No, he said, you still feel that way. When you're older, come find me, and you go right ahead and try. Basically, like, I get that. All right, I did kill your dad. When you're old enough, you can try. That was cool. I don't know why I like that part. I just did.
Yeah. No, yeah. This is a great book. Lots
Yeah.
of feels.
Lots of feels too with Emma Frost.
Yeah. And Danielle Cage.
Yeah, what of that twist?
Yeah. When they said Danielle, I was like, oh, Moonstar made it through. But he was like, your dad. I was like, she's never. Well, she had a dad, obviously. But
I'm so impatient. As soon as they showed this girl and said his name, like, wait, where'd she come from? I like was going back. Like, what? You didn't introduce the character. Who is this character?
Yeah, it threw me till he said Cage. I was like, oh, there we go.
And well, she's like, oh, you got that look. You're gonna say it again. He's like, you look so much like. Don't say it. I wanted to say you look so much like your parents, but she didn't want to say it.
Yep. And
yeah.
She loves babies.
So yeah, she's Luke Cage and Jessica Jones' daughter.
AKA Jessica Jones.
AKA Jessica Jones.
Marvel's AKA Jessica Jones. But yeah, see, well, he didn't. He finds an Ultron head. That's what kind of leads him to Emma, and then leads him over the wall.
But he realizes that it's not the Ultron from his universe, because his universe, the last Ultron they saw was version 8.
This was a 4, I believe.
4 or 5.
Yeah, 5.
It doesn't matter. It's just a previous model.
Yeah.
Like, this didn't make sense.
That's what makes me feel like it does make me feel wish I had the money to buy all the tie-ins and the time to read them. So I feel like something happened in Ultron versus Marvel Zombies.
Yeah.
or some other book that maybe it's one I haven't gotten to, and I'm like, oh man, I missed something. And it's just like the shark that gets thrown into the shield. There's probably like a cutscene in one of the other books that's like really tying all this stuff together. And it probably is this like epic thing that like if you can read it all, it's gonna be perfect. But it's just too much.
I've been rereading Spider-Verse, and there are a lot of tie-ins for that.
Yeah.
And now with the collection that I have all the issues, but I bought a collection because I'm a sucker. But the collection puts them in order that wasn't originally how they came out, but in the context of a story. Like
That's good. Yeah, that nothing bothers me more than when I read like a tie-in that happens after like the main storyline. I'm just like,
So I already read an issue that came out after the fact of reading previously. Oh, this makes so much more sense for it to be here. Okay. So yeah, hopefully one day we get to a world where the Secret War stuff kind of ties in. But there's gonna be so many.
It's gonna be so much money.
I was talking to one of the guys coming from Stone. Like, you think they'll do an omnibus? He's like, no. If they did, there'll be like 4. I guess there's that many tie-ins.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, especially if they do the last days with it as well.
But yeah, Old Man Logan was my favorite of all the books. There's part of me that kind of wishes it wasn't a tie into this. I just want to be in that world and not have it connected. But I will take any Old Man Logan story I can get.
My favorite from the past 2 weeks, I have a feeling it's going to end up being Where Monsters Dwell. I haven't read it yet.
You like pterodactyls and flames?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that first Battleworld story was awesome.
Yeah. But upcoming stuff then?
Gosh.
Yeah. Gosh, we gotta go through these fast.
Upcoming's depressing for me.
The Spider, yeah, because you got so much. I don't know. Other than issue 3, this Secret Wars, we got the Civil War tie-in. That the universe where Civil Wars keeps going. That'll be awesome.
Is it this week?
I don't know. I'm going off my head.
You're just saying in general.
Just in general. This upcoming week, I do know the Spider-Man one's coming out. Secret Wars 3 is coming out.
Yeah, we've got the Amazing Spider-Man 18.1 and Renew Your Vows.
Renew Your Vows, universe where they stay married. That's gonna be cool.
I've got all new X-Men 41, which now that I see that, maybe that's where the confrontation between new and old happens.
Yeah,
should be cool.
Let me know.
I'll let everyone know. Let them know. I'm not getting Armor Wars.
Yeah, I want to read it, but then it's like, that's another book.
Yeah, I want to read Future Imperfect because I have a feeling that Doc Green from 616 is going to be Maestro. And Future Imperfect, which would be cool, but I might flip through that one at the shop, and see. Giant Size Little X-Men, AVX. Looking forward to that one. I mean, Scotty Young, great friend of the show.
Scotty Young is?
No.
He wasn't at the convention.
He got sick.
I want to meet him.
Yeah, someday soon. I might pick up Groot, #1. Just to have. Looks like 616 Groot, so it'd be cool. I'm not picking up Darth Vader. Guardians team up. It's got Nightcrawler and
I'm getting Darth Vader.
House of M. I'm not getting. Probably won't get Masters Kung Fu 2. Princess Leia, Secret Wars 3. Man, we're really biased against DC.
No, there are DC. Not that I'm biased. I don't have a lot of time. I can read like maybe 1 or 2 comic books.
I immediately went to Marvel release because I like the DC one.
DC, the Convergence just wrapped up, so now I know there's a cool Black Canary comic. We Are Robins seems awesome.
Yeah. Get the End of Wolverines.
There's a big arc with Batman, but I mean, it's awesome. Batman, spoilers, I think enough times passed, is dead.
What?
Seemingly, yeah, we'll go into that. So we got this new guy in a suit, in a Batman kind of mech suit, looks like an Iron Man kind of thing, but it happens to be Jim Gordon. And Jim Gordon's the new Batman.
From Gotham?
No. So yeah, it's not that we're biased to DC.
Batmite comes out.
Batmite? Okay.
Batman Beyond, the new one comes out. Bizarro. Bizarro is a pretty cool character. I won't pick it up, but
is the Black Canary one coming out?
I'll get there. I don't know. So this is like hate Harley Quinn, then you'll super hate Bizarro.
Bizarro was awesome. From the Super Friends days.
Man, the shop we shop at's very biased.
I don't think it's biased. It's just
Years of Future Past. Super pumped for that one. Batmobile TV series, 16-inch scale Batman. Until toy comes out. Gets restocked at least. Hot Toys Groot.
Oh.
Yep.
Full scale Groot?
1/6.
Oh no, yeah, that's what I meant. 1/6. Oh, that'll be massive. And probably $300 to $500.
Harry Potter and Voldemort. Hot Toys.
What the man? I wish I had Hot Toys money.
I don't.
Yeah. Why not?
Because it's a lot of money to just have. I'm looking for Black Canary. Doesn't look like it.
Okay, I got time. I should put that on my pull list. I want to get that one for my girlfriend. Yawning. Professional to yawn in the microphones.
Heard that. Yeah, there's a lot coming out, and we're just wasting time.
Yeah, bottom line, a lot of stuff's coming out. We'll get stuff.
We don't have money for it.
Yeah.
All right, Frankie, get the trivia box ready.
Yep.
For those of you who want to give us feedback, tell us we spend too much time wasting time. Tell us things you like. Tell us you don't like being called stupid idiots. Tell us what you thought about We're Back, the dinosaur movie in New York. I'll help you find it if we're saying the title wrong. Have comments on any of the comics we talked about. Tell us how much we hate DC. Tell us how much you love DC. If you want to write news articles for us, not hang out with us, not get paid, or get college credit, email us at thefranklydonenetwork@gmail.com. Head over to our Twitter at thefranklydone, Facebook, Frankly Done, facebook.com/FranklyDone Network. YouTube is up, but not up.
We don't have anything on it.
We've got DC stuff on it. It's probably the only place we give love to DC. Head over to our home on the web, franklydone.com, with our new news page, which hopefully will kick off, and you come there for all your fun facts. And as mentioned before, if you love movies and love people talking about them, head over to our friends at The Real website, therealmoviesblog.blogspot.com or franklydone.com, and there'll be links there.
Link it up.
Man, I think that's everything.
Link it up.
Social network
contents. All right, let's play this game.
I think I'm where are we at? We were at 3 to 5.
Yeah.
3 to 5.
All right.
Frankie.
All right, you want me to go first?
Sure. It's going to be depressing either way.
True or false? Captain America was only married once to Sharon Carter.
False.
Yes. Captain America never married. Boom.
He's a virgin. Man. Side note, my wife gave me a Brady Bunch quiz.
Yeah.
A+. I did not know I was a Brady-ac. Alright, Ringy. The Legion of the Unliving are initially created by what long-time Marvel Avenger foe?
Legion of the Unliving. Let's see. Long-time Marvel foe. Boy.
They touched on a little bit on that cartoon.
What cartoon?
Or Smightiest Heroes.
Oh. Gosh. Boy, I don't know this one. It's been too long. I'm gonna have to lose this one. I'm gonna go with the Serpent Society.
Nope. Kang the Conqueror.
Oh man, I did kind of want to go with Kang, but okay. All right. What is the name of the agency that Norman Osborn creates to replace S.H.I.E.L.D. when he becomes director of the organization?
Hammer.
Boom.
Action figures.
Action figures tell us everything. Do you know what the acronym for Hammer is?
Hate and many mirrors are right.
Trick question. They never came up with one. They're like, we'll think of it later. There actually isn't one, if I remember right.
Yeah, you were right. That was easy for me. The action figures second series switched over to Hammer instead of S.H.I.E.L.D. files. All right, who kills Loki during the events of the Siege?
Oh gosh.
Talked about Siege earlier.
Kills Loki?
kills with a capital K.
Man, it's been years since I read Siege. I don't remember him dying. Um, yeah, I guess he would. Cause
Yeah, I'll tell you. You want a hint?
sure.
Shouldn't give you a hint. You're already winning. Option A. Oh, yeah. Duh.
What?
My bad. I was making this way harder for you.
Yeah.
Not too good at this side of the trivia.
Multiple choices.
Man, yeah, I feel like a jerk. I wonder how many times I've done that to you before.
Did that Kang one have multiple choices?
It did not. A. Iron Patriot. B. Sentry. C. The Hulk.
Oh, let me go Sentry.
It is Sentry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I'm really starting to think I've done that to you before. Man, I feel like a jerk. No.
Yeah, but I've only missed one, so.
Alright, 4-6. Slowly but surely.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. Well, I've been Frankie.
This has been long.
That's not your name.
I've been Daniel.
Insert catchphrase.
Listen to music. Here's the music. Blooper reel.
Ah!